This report reveals exactly what the Padres need, as these players' availability will have huge impacts on this Padres rotation and could carry them to the playoffs and even further. Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Today we have some trade rumor stuff welcome to our, what did I call this? The morning player analysis stuff. Back with more stuff. This video is just after the Darvish implosion, so I feel like it's a very fitting time to talk about this. You saw the pictures already, but we've been going through this list, me and Christian, and today we're going to cover some pitchers, 2 on this list and 1 that are not. We're talking about Seth Lugo, Zac Gallen, and of course I mentioned his name earlier, like in a different video, but Zach Eflin. Eflin? I guess I said it right, whatever. But yeah, a trio of pitchers. So hopefully this video isn't too long. I don't want to spend too much time on them. But let's start with the first name, a name you are all very familiar with, Seth Lugo. This is what his stats were when he played us earlier in the year. I forget when. I think it was like June or something. But Kansas City, Seth Lugo delivered a strong performance and a no decision, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits with no walks over 6.1 innings, while striking out 7 when the Padres just beat them. It's 3-2. Back in the day when we could win games. But let's look at Seth Lugo, right? I was super down to get Seth Lugo back because obviously I love Seth Lugo and I saw his stats. They are a 295 this year. Then I saw this Savant page and I was like, ew. And that's the nicest way I could say this because, like, I just look at it. Everything's below average. The closest I can like resemble this to or like say this, like the most closest comparison I can make is Randy Vasquez right now. And this might be worse than Randy Vasquez. A 4.56 expected ERA. He has a 2.95 ERA. How is that even possible? Like somehow I know his pitching run value is better than Vasquez, I'm pretty sure, but it's still average, right? His breaking stuff is still really good. He doesn't walk that many people. He's about average on strikeouts. Everything else is just below average. And that's so insane to me. He is 35, so obviously he's old. He'll probably be a rental. I mean, maybe he'll... so he has a player option next year, right? For $15 million. If he keeps the under 3 stats, he's absolutely not going to take 15. He could take more than 15. But, like, if we were to trade for him, and with these expected percentile rankings, like, I would be okay with him walking. So he would probably be a 1-year rental. So I don't know. I mean, he is performing well. It's just, I don't know. I mean, 3 ERA from last year. I don't have his 2024 percentile rankings, but again, we've had him before and we've liked him. I think it was 23 we had him, so a 3.57 ERA is great, right? It's not horrible. It's not amazing, but it's great. It's a good 3. Anything 3 is good. Let's put it that way, right? But I have a little quote from Harper Wright from Motorcycle Sports. At 35, he's still bringing the heat. While the advanced stats hint he might not be as overpowering as last season, he's nonetheless a solid choice. Lugo has a player option for 2026, but let's be real, unless he's struck by injury, he's unlikely to exercise it. This makes him virtually a rental player, a potentially perfect fit for a playoff aspiring team. With the Royals struggling 3 games under 500 and seemingly out of the playoff race, their management may start thinking about unloading some potential free agents like Lugo. For the Padres, this scenario could be a strategic home run, nabbing an experienced arm to bolster the rotation during this critical stretch. So let's see, what picture did I have here? Royals currently right now. Well, this is I did this before the game today, so it's going to be like 1 out of date probably. But yeah, there's still 3 games underneath 500. So take with that as you will. I don't hate his stats, but I hate his rankings. So it's a very risky call, right? But also everyone on this list is going to be relatively risky. But I think Lugo would be not the worst risk, but still a risk, if that makes sense. But he also might be the most expensive. Maybe. But let's move on to our next player, Zac Gallen. He is a head scratcher. He's a head scratcher. 347 2023, 365 in 2024, 558 this year. His stats are horrible this year. Best stat he has is extension and width, but it's average, right? And compared to 2022, which I don't have on here, but it was probably, I think he had like a 2-something ERA. That 2022 compared to now is insane. He's only 29 years old. He's going to be a free agent next year, so he'll be a rental. It's not great, right? I mean, you could say he's looking slightly better at a 4.88, and he did pitch. I think he pitched really well against us recently, or pitched really well against somebody. But it's not looking great. Even with Ruben Niebla, I don't know if this is a solid fix. But he is looking to get traded. Josh Naylor just got traded to the Mariners, so they're definitely selling right now for sure. I don't know if Zac Gallen's someone we want, but with his pedigree, he could be a name, and he could be relatively cheap for the stats he's putting up today. Or not today, but this year, you know what I mean? It's a risk, right? You'll notice a theme. We have a player analysis and some quotes. So Gallen in the final year of his contract with the Diamondbacks and is posting career low numbers in nearly every category in 2025. Sorry, this is from Aaron Coloma from Sports Illustrated. He has a negative WAR for the first time in his career, a 575, which is now changed, I think. It's a 558, yeah. So a little better, actually. And is still sitting below league average with 72 ERA plus, 100 being average. His 8.2 strikeouts per 9 innings are lower than they've ever been, and he's walked the most batters in the National League. The right-hander has proven himself as an elite starter. However, the Padres may be able to fetch the All-Star for a discount due to his performance this season. Yeah, I mean, I agree with the cheap price. I don't know if Zac Gallen's really the guy for me. Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, and as you can see, where are they? They are 15, like the Royals, 1553, not in the wild card race. I mean, they might be if they get hot, but it looks like they're selling right now, especially with Josh Naylor going out. They're probably selling, and that's cool for us. But yeah, another thing I want to show you real quick. Hello, Seth Lugo. Not that one, this one. Posted something with Seth Lugo having a 40% chance of being traded, 30% for Zac Gallen, and 60% for Alcantara. Christian just made a video about him, but 60% Alcantara, cool. For the Padres, I feel like getting Lugo back or Gallen would be much better fit. Lugo with a 293 over 14 starts. I really think him with our pitching coaches will get back to prime Lugo, and the fans would love to have him back. Alcantara would be nice. We're not talking about him, but yeah, I mean, Ruben Niebla makes magic happen, right? I mean, if anyone can not fix Lugo, but improve his metrics and fix Gallen, it'd be him, but it's a risk. It's a risk. And we've already completely shat on Dylan Cease for having a high average, but his numbers, Dylan Cease's metrics look better than both these guys, maybe combined, to be honest. It's a risk, right? But I think the safest bet would definitely be the last pitcher on this list, who I've kind of already teased, not really teased, but told you about, Zach Eflin, right? So this year he's pitching 578. Again, not great, but at least he has some things going for him, right? His chase, he gets people to chase, and he doesn't walk anybody. 97 percentile. His off speed is filthy. Now, compared to 2023, which is probably his best year, not great, right? I mean, his percentiles are much better now, or then, than they are now. He is pitching worse than his expected ERA, which is a 4.12, which isn't great, right? But it's way better than the 5.78. I think there's potential, right? And this is why I say that. This is from this year, right? His monthly splits. Not great. I mean, great, not great, horrible, and looking better. So there's hope, right? And last year he pitched much better in the second half than he did in the first half. And you can just see his ERA from over the years, right? So he's never been like a shutout, crazy good guy, but he's had good moments and good seasons. It's a tough call. He was good last year. This year he's not looking great. But I think out of all the pitchers, I think he would be the safest bet. And I saw this from Orioles, where is it? Twitter, Super Orioles. Zach Eflin, landing spot Padres, return Boston Bateman, number 5 prospect, and Cale Fountain, number 8, and cash considerations. I don't think we have cash considerations to give away. And I'm not super knowledgeable about our prospects, so I don't know how horrible this is, but I feel like it's a little too expensive. Maybe they're not going to... I think the Orioles are selling, right? So they're not going to take anyone like Arraez or any expiring contracts. They're going to want prospects. So I think out of all the pitchers we can possibly get, including Alcantara, I think Eflin would be the safest bet. Would probably be the second most expensive or third. I don't know how much Alcantara is going to be sold for, but I think he's either second or third for most expensive, but I think he's the safest bet out of everyone we could possibly get that isn't going to be like earth-shattering expensive. You know what I mean? So, yeah, those are the 3 pitchers I want to suggest. Oh, let me do the Eflin quote. Zac Eflin's 2025 campaign has been marred by injuries and inconsistent performances, reflected in his troubling 5.95 ERA. Despite these challenges, Eflin's nearly decade-long track record suggests he possesses the ability to perform at a higher level. His recent struggles have raised questions about his effectiveness, particularly as he experiences a decline in the performance of his signature pitches. However, Eflin's current metrics raise flags. He's allowing more than hard contact than he did last season, and his cutter and curveball have lost their effectiveness as a strikeout pitch, resulting in his lowest strikeout rate since 2017. This decline in performance has led to speculation about whether the Orioles will indeed entertain offers for him should they choose to trade Eflin. His status as impending free agent adds layers of complexity. The Padres could take a calculated risk without long-term commitment. So yeah, thank you to Douglas Theo for that one, but it's a risk, but not a risk that's going to handicap us for like the rest of the future because he's going to be a free agent next year, but still a risk, right? And currently the Orioles, horrible. They're not going anywhere this year, right? But let's look at the pitching staff so far. Royals would be okay if they traded Lugo because they're at 350. But again, it doesn't matter because they're tanking. Padres are 4th right now, so it's not like we're hurting for pitching. Diamondbacks, Orioles, they're selling, right? They're horrible. But yeah, like I said, that's the 3 options we could get. Let me know what you think. Who's your favorite? Who's your least favorite? Or do you hate all of them? Who do you want? Who would you give up for it? And yeah, let me know how you guys feel about everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day as always. And as always, go Padres. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.